we have to take to understand the normal for curved surfaces, first we have to take a foam sheet or rubber sheet. Okay, stuck the iron pins perpendicular to the plane like this. Now at first situation, bend the foam sheet inwards like this. Bend the foam sheet or rubber sheet inwards like this. Okay, then all the pins tends to meet at a point. Okay, whenever we bend the foam sheet inwards, then all the pins are tends to meet at a point. At second situation, we have to bend this foam sheet outwards like this. Then all the pins will move away from each other. Okay, clear? So first we bend the foam sheet or rubber sheet inwards like this. Then all the pins will come closer to each other. Whenever we bend the foam sheet outwards like this, then all the pins will diverge, will move away from each other. So at this moment, this foam sheet will act as concave mirror. So at this moment, this foam sheet will act as convex mirror. So if we bend the foam sheet inwards, then that will act as concave mirror, concave surface. If we bend the foam sheet outwards, then this will act as convex surface or convex mirror. Okay, so here that means when we take the concave mirror, we can observe the convergence pattern. Convergence pattern means all the pins are come close to each other. Okay, whenever we bend the foam sheet outwards, that means in convex, for convex surface, convex mirror, we can observe the divergence pattern. Divergence pattern means all the pins are moving away from each other. Okay, so like this we can understand the normals for two curved surfaces, concave surface and convex surface. So here all these pins will act as normals for this concave surface. All these pins will act as normals for this convex surface. Okay, so here we can define this point. This point is called as center of curvature. What is mean by center of curvature? This is denoted by the letter C. What is mean by center of curvature? Center of curvature means the point at which all the normals are tends to meet. All the normals are tends to meet. That point is called as center of curvature. Once again, center of curvature means the point at which all the normals are tends to meet. That point is called as center of curvature. So this point is center of curvature for concave mirror and this point is center of curvature for convex mirror. Okay, so like this we can understand the normals on curved surfaces. So these are the normals for plane surface, these are the normals for concave surface and these are the normals for convex surface. Okay, now this is all about activity 1. Now let us focus on parallel beam of light. How can we get the parallel beam of light? To understand about parallel beam of light, we have to do one more small activity. So let us take a thermocol small black. This is a small thermocol black. And you stuck two iron pins parallel to each other to this thermocol black like this. Iron pins, two iron pins. Then keep a light source like a candle or bulb, whatever it may be. Keep a light source very near to this thermocol black. Then observe the shadows of these two pins. You can observe the shadows like this, diverging shadows. We are observing the diverging shadows. That means when light source is near to the object, near to the thermocol, then we can observe the divergent shadows, divergent beam of light. Now you keep the light source far away from the object thermocol. Then observe the shadows of the pins. Now you can observe the parallel shadows like this, parallel beam of light. Okay, so when light source is near to the object, we can observe the divergent beam of light. But when object is far away from the object, then we can observe the parallel beam of light and parallel shadows. That means to get the parallel beam of light, so light source must be far away from the object. So when light source is far away from the object, then we can get the parallel beam of light. So best example for parallel beam of light is the light sent by our sun, because sun is very far away from us. That's why we can get the parallel beam of light from sun. So sun is the natural light source. So this is all about parallel beam of light. Now we shall focus on concave mirror and convex mirror. So in concave mirror we can observe the divergence pattern of light. But in convex mirror we can observe the, in concave mirror we can observe the convergence pattern of light. But in convex mirror we can observe the divergence pattern. So first let us discuss about convergence pattern of light by concave mirror. So in this topic we have to discuss very important 6 definitions. So first let us take a concave mirror. So I am considering a concave mirror like this. Now, so light source is far away from our mirror, let us assume. Then we will get the parallel beam of light. Okay, so that means if we incident the parallel beam of light on concave surface, then this concave surface will reflect the light like this, like this. Then all these reflected light rays will meet at a point. Okay, now so for this situation we have to discuss some very important 6 definitions. Number 1, let us discuss about P. What is mean by P here? P is called pole. So pole means midpoint of the mirror. So this is mirror and this is the midpoint of the mirror. So this midpoint of the mirror is called as pole. So midpoint of the mirror is called pole and this is denoted by the letter P. Then what is mean by F? F is called as focus and focus is also called as focal point. What is mean by focal? That is the point at which all the reflected light rays will meet. All the reflected light rays will meet. So the point at which all the reflected light rays will meet or will converge, that point is called as focus. Now, what is mean by principal axis? So principal axis, before going to discuss about this principal axis, we have to discuss about the center of curvature, C. Already we discussed about center of curvature here. Here I told about the definition of center of curvature. Center of curvature means the point at which all the normals tends to meet. That point is called as center of curvature. So we can discuss the center of curvature in different manner also here. So here what is mean by center of curvature? Center, whose center is it? That is, for example, if we extend this concave surface like this, like this, like this, like this, then we will get a sphere. So our mirror is the part of sphere, I told already. So this center of curvature is nothing but center of the sphere in which mirror is the part. So center of curvature, simple definition is center of a sphere in which mirror is a part. That is called as center of curvature. This is denoted by the letter C. Okay, so we discussed about pole, focus, center of curvature. Now I shall focus on principal axis. What is mean by principal axis? So principal axis is an imaginary line. This is principal axis. So an imaginary line, this is not real line. This is imaginary line. This imaginary line is passing through pole, focus and also center of curvature. Okay. So an imaginary line which is passing through pole and also center of curvature. Neglect this one. Okay. Once again, principal axis means an imaginary line which is passing through pole and also center of curvature. That is called as principal axis. Okay. Now let us go through the fourth definition, that is focal length. Focal length is denoted by the letter small f. Focus is denoted by the letter capital F, but focal length is denoted by the letter small f. What is focal length, sir? So this is focal length. The distance between pole to focus. The distance between pole to focus is called as focal length. Right? Now come to next definition, radius of curvature. Radius of curvature is also nothing but distance. Distance between whom, sir? So distance between pole to center of curvature. So distance between pole to focus is called focal length, but distance between pole to center of curvature is called radius of curvature. Okay. So from here to here is focal length, from here to here is radius of curvature. Right. So we can define the radius of curvature, this total distance, in different manner also. Radius means whose radius? So this is a radius means radius of the sphere in which mirror is a part. So that means radius of the curvature, different definition is radius of a mirror in which radius of a sphere in which a mirror is a part. Okay. So like this we can define the radius of curvature. There is a relation between radius of curvature and focal length, that is capital R equals to 2f. How can we get, sir, this one? That means from here to here distance is always equals to from here to here. From here to here is f, then this here to here also f. So f plus f equals to 2f. This 2f is nothing but radius of curvature. That's why we can write capital R. This total radius is equals to twice the focal length. So radius of curvature capital R equals to twice the focal length, 2f. Or we can write f equals to r by 2 also. F equals to r by 2. So this is the fifth definition, radius of curvature. Right? So we discussed about pole, and next focus, center of curvature, focal length, radius of curvature and principal axis. So these 6 are very important definitions. Okay, all these 6 definitions can be discussed in convex mirror also, for convex mirror also. So I shall reveal all the 6 definitions once again. Pole means midpoint of the mirror. So focus means the point at which all the reflected light rays will meet. And center of curvature means center of a sphere in which mirror is a part. Focal length means distance between pole to focus. Radius of curvature means distance between pole to center of curvature. And last one, principal axis. Principal axis means the line which is passing through, an imaginary line which is passing through pole and also center of curvature. So these are the 6 important definitions. So in concave mirror, we can observe the convergence pattern like this. So all the light rays will meet at a point. This is a meeting of all light rays at a point is nothing but convergence. That means in concave mirror, we can observe the convergence pattern of light. So all these 6 definitions can be discussed for convex mirror also. How can we draw the ray diagram? How can we draw the ray diagram for convex mirror? So this is the convex mirror diagram. So we can incident the parallel beam of light on convex surface, on bulged surface like this. But here we can observe the divergence of light like this. So light will reflect like this, divergence. For example, if we extend these divergent light beam like this, like this, like this, like this, then all these extended diverged light rays will meet at this point. This is not real point, this is imaginary point. Okay, so this point is called as focus, and you know this point is called as center of curvature, and this line is called as principal axis, and this point is called as pole. So from pole to focus, distance is called focal length. From pole to center of curvature, this distance is called radius of curvature. Here also capital R equals to formula 2f, and f equals to formula r by 2. But remember very important point. So here for convex mirror we can observe the divergence of light. That's why we cannot observe the real convergence pattern in this convex mirror. That's why, so for convex mirror there is no real focus, there is no real center of curvature. This is imaginary focus, this is also imaginary center of curvature. Okay, that means concave mirror only can form the real focus and it has a real center of curvature. But for convex mirror there is no real focus, there is no real center of curvature. So for convex mirror we can observe the divergence pattern of light.